what I want to do real quick in video format here is go through a course page from a student's view and make sure you understand how much there is here to see. So first of all, you can see that these little side buttons collapse stuff and open things, right? And so for the first, when you first come to the course page, you're not going to see very much. But as we add weeks, they're going to keep being on the bottom. And to keep you from scrolling a whole lot, make sure you know you can open and close them and you keep them closed. You can even get a wider view if you don't want to see the index. You can open and close that. You'll see there's some tabs here along the top. You can always see the other students. Right now you're just going to see myself, and my daughter is the student who I'm the fake student who I'm using to show you these things. There will be groups here, the group of not attending a live class and a live class. When you first join, you won't have a group, and then I will assign the groups according to what you signed up for. So and you can always, when you, like if you click on my name, you can always go to this message feature and it's going to pull up that you can write messages back and forth to each other. So this is a really good way to communicate with me if you don't want to use email. You can use email, but this is also very useful. And then if you want to get out of these things, you can X out of them or click on a different tab up here. This will return you to the course. And then also make notice that you have a grade book up here, right? And right now this is all empty, and you can see I'll show you it's locks to make you work in order. This saves a lot of time of going and finding things that are missing. But you can always click on these assignments and then see your grades when you have them. So let's go back to the course. And before we start, there's a video here for you to watch. There's resources you can click on. You need to go to the College Board and join the class. And there's some directions in the welcome letter of how to do that if you've never joined the College Board before. And then the only other thing you need to do is this read and return syllabus. And you can always see on assignments what you need to do those. So I need to view this one only, which is easy. I just hit play. And then here, read and return the syllabus. If I click on it, it's going to give you the directions of how you do it. And so let's just do this together so here's the syllabus. I am going to, sorry, everything in my screen is in Hungarian because I'm using a Hungarian browser. So I would download this, read it, or you can even read it. And then I just want you to sign someplace on the last page, wherever it is, just so I know you have seen. Especially what I'm really wanting you to make sure you see is on the, where is it at? These grades. I really want you to pay attention to these grades and also the late, right? What it means to be late. All right, so that is there. And I'm going to click that. If I want to add, like, let's say I downloaded this to my desktop and I did a digital signing. So here I can easily just drag from my desktop. I'm just going to drag anything here. Just some file from my desktop. All right, it's going to upload that file. And when it's done, I can hit Save Changes. And then, see, done and done. I made a submission. If I go back to the course page, I'm going to see that turned green. And it shows me I'm done with that. And then that's going to allow me to access the next assignment. All right, so for course week 1, you're going to do a discussion. All right, you're going to do a lesson. You're going to make a video about yourself. And we're going to try the AP exam. Not that I care how well you do on it at all. Right? I just want you to see the mountain you're trying to climb this year. I want you to know exactly what you're in preparation to do. So I ask that you don't look up any information, just answer the questions. All right, and this will be on the College Board, so that's why you have to sign in, and you'll see AP Exam 1 on there for you to work on it. All right, so these are all here for you to work on. Notice that I put due dates on them throughout the week to try to help you see how you might space the week out. All right, you don't have to necessarily do them on these days. Everything for course week 1 is always due by the Sunday at the end of the week. So if you want to make sure that you finish it by Sunday to earn full points, and then you'll go on to the next week. I really don't recommend that you do everything on the same day. Like trying to do it just 1 day a week is really difficult because you need to interact with your classmates. Like this discussion, you're gonna, let's just look at this real quick, right? So I really want you to get the idea that I want to, just like we would have a conversation in class. So, right, first, just write a few sentences or paragraph of how well you think you can convince someone to change their opinion. Think about some instances in your life, what happened. So you're going to click add a discussion topic, and you're going to answer this question. And then you're going to read this article, and you're going to make a follow-up posting. So if I did this, right, so Mrs. Hinman's ideas on changing an opinion. All right, so I do not think I am very good at changing. All right, I don't want to give you my whole answer, but I would post this. I'm just going to put ideas, blah, blah, blah. All right, post a form. All right, and it's 30, you always have 30 minutes to change it. So you can see my posting is here and there are no replies, but you'll be able to click back on yours, right? And I can hit reply then to it. So after reading the article, my ideas, ... and post a form, right? And so now I have that, and I can see, I can go back to the whole, what was the last part? All right, make a follow-up postings on the article. So I did that. Make at least one comment on a classmate's posting. So you can see that if everybody tries to work on the last day of the week, this is going to be really, really hard to do. All right, so we want to kind of space our work out through there. And I'm not trying to stress you out with a whole bunch of work on a day. I just need you to kind of think, how do I want to work throughout the week? And I've offered suggestions like this could be done on a day. That gives you time to do that follow-up posting, right? And then you make there's a lesson here, right? This has some points to this lesson and so forth. All right, so, and I think I'm going to drop the interviewing a classmate because that was a little bit hard to do when you're not working synchronously. So I need to update that a little bit. But I think that gives you a good overview of how the course page works and what you want to accomplish in week 1. And if you get stuck on anything, never hesitate to ask for help. I'm here to help you.